Ah, yes. Good evening. It is I, the Badwolf, and welcome to Classic Theater. What's going on, guys, girls, and X, and everybody else out there? Aliens, Valiant Thor, Elohim, Lightworkers, Whovians, Lovett's Loves, Wilson's Pickets, Drum Ghouls, Smiths, Taylors, everybody else out there. Thank you for showing up to the Bad Wolf Entertainment and Education Center. Alright, so what's this particular video about? Well, I'm glad you asked. This video is going to be about the age of the majority. Now, wait. Yes, we did already talk about the age of the majority, so we're not going to break all of it down. This is for the advanced class. So, if I'm on top of my job, I will try to make sure that at the end of the video... that's pretty cool. Whatever happens now, is happening now. Spaceballs! Watch out. Okay, so I'll have a link at the end of the video. Otherwise, just YouTube search James C. Lovett, Age of Majority, or Age of the Majority. So, before we get started, once again, hit that bell, like, subscribe. Thank you for coming here and supporting. Remember, you can find additional videos on Rumble. You can also support on Patreon. We also have the Badwolf Media, Badwolf Media News on the also on YouTube. This is a backup channel. And if you want to join the Wolf Pack, you can go right to YouTube, James C. Lovett, or at the Bad Wolf, and hit the join button and get some of the inside information on, well, the inside. So, without further, maybe a little bit more ado, a lot of people are asking where the merch was. Well, here it is. Huzzah. All right. What else do we have going on? Well, I'm glad you asked. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got the Bad Wolf merch. So, you can find out links to these products and more right underneath the video if you're on YouTube. Otherwise, you can go to Black Site 32 and go to the either the merchant shop or the apparel shop. You can also get your own drop shipping company through the links on my shop and do your own thing. So, all right. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. So, the age of the majority. The threshold of legal adulthood. Okay? The age of majority is the threshold of legal adulthood as recognized or declared in law. Okay? It is the moment when a minor ceases to be considered such as and assumed legal control over their persons. Why would you have legal control over their persons? Because persons are corporations. And actions and etc. Now, we're not going to go into all of this, but the highest known age of majority historically, which is hysterical, is around the age 30 during Roman times. So you weren't even legally able to do things until you were 30. All right? Now, most places in the United States here, is 18, okay? Age of majority, 19, 18, 18, 18. But UTMA account of majority is 21. Okay. So the UTMA is what is known as the Uniform Transfers to Minors Act. Refers to a law that allows a minor to receive a UTMA account allows the gift giver or appointed custodian to manage a minor's account until the latter is of age. It also shields the minor from tax consequences on gifts up to a specified amount. They effectively serve as a trust that holds the assets during the person's recipient's childhood. You can deposit almost any form of financial product into these, such as cash, stocks, or bonds, etc. Interesting. So UGMA stands for the Uniform Gifts to Minors Act. Allows individuals to give or transfer assets to underage beneficiaries. The act, which was adopted in 1956 and revised in 66, is commonly used to transfer assets from parents to their children. The amount is free of gift tax up to a certain amount. Y'all don't even know about this, do you? I know you don't. Well, now you have a breadcrumb of educational material from your favorite non-belligerent non-combatant, treated the United States, diplomat of Lovitica, favorite entertainer, anyway. All right, so now the reason why we're going here is because the age of the majority is when you have the legal ability to control your accounts and things. Now, here's the reason why you, me, and everybody else are considered to be incompetent or children, chattel property, if you will. Corporations operated by sureties who do not have the ability to control their stuff, is because we never declared to anybody, anything, anywhere, the system, the state, that we were now competent. So that's why the powers that be, if you will, the public trustees, are able to do basically whatever they want to you, into your estates and etc., your corporations more so. Well, trust, same, whatever. Because if you haven't claimed that you are of the age of the majority, then you are an incompetent or you are a child. Now, you can be a grown person and yet you're incompetent. How do they know you're incompetent? Because you've never told them that you are competent. Because you know who tells people, who doesn't tell people they're competent? People who are not competent. All right, special needs, etc. So they use this as an advantage over us, because we've never told them that we can handle our own affairs. And this is not the full process, nor do I know the full process. This is just a piece of the process. But if somebody out there who has completed the full process wants to share that information here with me, then by all means, as long as there's no, above top secret anything attached to it. Although we can talk in private if you want. That's cool too. I just won't put it on YouTube. So here's one of the things that we, from our own education, believe to be true. Now, vet your own information. Vet it. Vet. Okay? Meaning, call around, do your own research, look up the age of the majority, etc. Apparently, there's everything from insurance policies, bonds, and securities that you're not really supposed to touch or do, including bankruptcy and whatever else. That's why when you do bankruptcy, you go to the court and whoever else, because they're in charge of you. Because you've never declared that you can handle yourself. And to be honest, there's a lot of people out there who cannot handle themselves. which is why they put these things in place to take money out of your check, because you can't be held responsible to do it for yourself. People be buying all the new Gucci bags, all the new Nikes, all the new, whatevers. So they created the system to take care of these things for you. If you mismanage your money, you go to them. I can't manage my stuff. I need to declare bankruptcy. But here's what a judge, and I will not reveal the name, was quoted as saying: "We don't know why you guys come to us to do these things, because everything that we do, you guys can do. But the problem is that we don't know about these things, and we haven't reached the age of majority. We haven't reached the ability to even know that there's such a thing as the age of majority, to then start filing these things, to then be able to take care of our own estate, transfer things out from the strawman trust into a private one." So, educational information only. Maybe my house is haunted. I heard something. Hello? Anybody here? Please don't say anything. That'd be awesome. Unless you're a crazy person. Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, so what have we done? Okay, so in this particular process, all right, one of the processes that we have figured out, if you will, is the age of the majority, which has also been talked about in another video. So the short version of this is you obtain your birth certificate. Okay, you can easily contact your state. They'll have a certified one, or they can provide you with one. You can even create your own home Bible, notarized, witnessed, signed, all that autographed version, submit it to them as an update, and they'll give you a birth certificate. You can also do this with your certificate of live birth. Now the difference is your certificate of live birth is already authenticated, usually on the county level or whatever you got going on in your area. The birth certificate, even though there are 3 levels that you can authenticate it on, county, state, and federal, most of the time the birth certificate is not authenticated, but it's certified, okay, or apostilled. Whatever the birth certificate, we get authenticated in this particular process, okay? To authenticate is to remove it from the federal or Hague jurisdiction and to put it into the non-Hague jurisdiction. You made it free. You remove the powers that be from it, and now it's a free, simple document. It can still be used everywhere. And so once that's done, so you've got it authenticated, or you have an authenticated copy. I do recommend getting 1, 2, or 3 of them. And you should have at least another copy. You're going to mimic everything you're going to do here, because the one copy that you're going to send off is not coming back. All right? No parades, no any of that kind of stuff. And the other one you want to keep for your records. So even if you did this 3 in triplicates, it would be good. Okay? Master copy and then an emergency backup copy. Or if you're good with stuff, then just have the 2. All right, so you get it authenticated. If you do this with a certificate of live birth, you don't have to get authenticated. It's already done. All you're going to then do is take this letter and staple it to the back, and you're going to send it off to the vital statistics for your state. Okay? If you have the birth certificate, you get it authenticated on 1 level. Does not have to be 2 or 3. Once it's authenticated, it means it's in the right jurisdiction, though 2 is awesome. 1 is the only thing that requires as far as being legal. You know, you've moved it out once. You know, if you leave the house, you're not leaving the house twice. If you pour a packet of grape Kool-Aid in, you don't need 2 packs, although 2 packs do make it a little bit better, but you don't have to. So same thing with the authentication process. I know we talked about doing all 3 or even 2, which are optional, but you will find that some of the agencies will not double authenticate. So you don't have to double authenticate. But if you do want to do it on a state and federal level, and they let you, and you got the time and the money, go for it. All right, you're covering all your bases. But for most processes, it does not have to be that way. For the passport or for this, 1 is fine. All right. So everybody's been asking me about the age of the majority, revocation of birth certificate, blah, blah, blah. All right, so here we are. All right, so we're going to go over this a little bit in detail. So essentially, if you look up age of the majority and Minnesota Rule 220, you'll find that there's a brief little paragraph, okay, and we've added on to this, that basically says the registrar of titles is authorized to receive for registration, okay, remember registration means to abandon, for memorials, meaning basically forever, upon any outstanding certificate of, meaning this belongs inside of something, a title, not the original. So of something is not the original. Title, an official, meaning within their system, birth certificate, certifying that this actually took place, pertaining to the registered owner, meaning you are written down here as being the owner, but not the equity owner of it. Named in said certificate of title showing the date of birth, their terminology, of said registered owner, providing there is an attached to said birth certificate an affidavit of an affiant, the person who's providing the information to be factual to the best of their knowledge, who states meaning an act of or something that's in existence, that he or she is familiar with the facts recited, stating that the party named is in said birth certificate is the same party as one of the owners named in the said certificate of title. And thereafter the registrar of title shall treat said registered owner as having attained the age of majority at a date 18 years after the date of the birth date shown on said certificate. Okay. Now, that's the one that's listed. And notice here they talk about familiar with the facts recited. Never been able to find a copy of the full facts recited. So either you need to name yours or find out what all they are. But essentially what we believe that they are is them saying that we have reached the age of 18 and we can now take charge of over all of our accounts, etc., etc. So that is listed here. I, write in your name, affiant, am the beneficial owner of the certificate of title for James C. Lovett. Legal person. Remember, because your name in all caps is legal person. That's what they created. You're taking it over, right? Or at least this is what we assume is informing them that we're taking it over. On this particular date, all right? Now, you should use the date listed on the BC because that's the date that that entity was created, which will usually be a different date and time than your certificate of live birth when you, the living being, was born, okay, in the Republic. I'm familiar with the facts stated in Rule 220, which is attached above. I am of the age of majority after date of birth shown by said certificate. Having turned 18 on this exact date, I became fully entitled and familiar with the facts recited. I claim all accounts, access to, assets, bonds, rights, freedoms, negotiable instruments, securities, titles, etc. Thereby standing as sole owner is my claim unless challenged with proof of superior claim. I am the authorized living natural private being separate and distinct from the party in all capitalized lettering. In certificate of title, and I have signed this declaration before a notary. It is to be noted that there is at that I am a national of the United States of America, not a corporate nor statutory citizen of the de facto U.S., though I have access to its benefits as an authorized agent who assumes no physical or financial obligations. You're doing an under jurat, meaning you are swearing, taking an oath, okay? Penalty of perjury. So be sure that when you use that word and this information, you're telling the truth. Okay. Use of the notary does not provide any type of jurisdiction. Okay, and then you have your notary sign this. You autograph this in front of the notary. So you're going to print your first and middle name here. And then of the family, put your last name, and then you're gonna autograph your full name just like it is up here, but all together. So, James Tiberius of the family Lovett, or whatever variation yours is, you autograph it here. Notary will do their part. That is it. Once this is done, if you've done it the full way with the birth certificate, should be authentication. birth certificate, and then this statement, or one very much similar to it, stapled to that conjunction, and you send it off to the vital statistics. Now they have an updated record, and it's on official state information account of record that you have claimed that you are of the age of the majority. Okay? So, that is how you do it. Now, this is not to be construed as fact. This is not to be construed as any legal advice. We're not providing any of that. I'm not an attorney, but an attorney in fact. To turn is to turn over, and fact as well, facts. So, that being said, once again, everything here in all my videos are education. So, that is the age of the majority to the, at least a part of it, we believe. Presented to you guys. Now, so if you guys see anybody out there using any of my images, likeness, logos, whatever else, make sure you report them for slander, defamation of character, blah, 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 blah. Only if it's used in a negative way, especially calling us the S word, because that's defamation of character, a suable offense. And otherwise, if it's just positive or constructive criticism and not personal or whatever else, critiquing, then by all means. All right, so that's basically about it, guys. If anybody knows any additional age of the majority claiming your account and it has been vetted to the best of your ability, then please feel free to share that, or any other inside awesome tips. Thank you for those people who have already participated in such. All of your information and whatever else will remain anonymous. And otherwise, that's it. So, got some more videos for you guys coming up. And remember to always govern yourselves accordingly. Do not be belligerents or combatants. Take care of yourselves. Stay educated. And I'll talk to you guys later. Cut the camera. Cut the feed. Cut the feed.